Okay, awesome. So this is for the To Be Mindset information group, and I'm so excited to have my good friend Danielle Melanson on the line from Canada. And Danielle was part of the Coach Test group, and and lots of people were. And Danielle, what obviously because you're my friend, and I love seeing you every time we have a Beachbody event. You're like one of the first persons I want to try to track down. I love you and your husband. You guys are amazing. So I think that's what excited me, but also your results. And I've seen such a difference in you since the last time I've seen you. And I know you're a Beachbody fan and do all the programs like so I can't wait to hear from you, like what the differences are, what stuck out to you, what you had, what you loved about it. So why don't you first share a little bit about yourself and like how you got involved and what your journey has been thus far?
Absolutely. I'll give you the quick version so you guys can get all the information about the program. But starting 10 years ago, I started with Beachbody, Beachbody. And even long before the coaching opportunity was available in Canada. And my husband and I, 11 years using Beachbody products, lost 150 pounds together. So I lost 80 pounds on my own, and I was, 30. So now at 41, I was doing everything I should have done and eating within my container system and working out, honestly, an hour or more a day, and boom, within 3-4 weeks, I gained 15 to 20 pounds. I knew there was something wrong, went to the doctor, ended up having, after a long fight, they finally did an emergency hysterectomy almost a year ago, May 25th, 2017. And that was around the time I was seeing Jen. I told her I was a mess. I was expecting a hysterectomy, da-da-da-da-da. And so in no way, if somebody looked at me, they thought I was unhealthy or too much overweight, but I wasn't at my goal weight. And I was fighting against a losing battle with exercise and nutrition and doing everything right, and increasingly having low energy, not feeling perimenopause, yada, yada. Anyways, so recovered from that. And then, the test group came. Is it just gonna, like, honestly, I'll do anything. I'm a very, very coachable person, but at the same time, how's this going to be different for me? But I'll give it a shot. So that I just, for 30 years of my 41 years, I am an emotional eater and a food addict. So the thing about To Be Mindset, Jen, and anyone who's listening is, foremost, everybody thinks, oh, am I just going to be able to eat? Well, no, a lot of it doesn't have the magic power to wave a wand and all of a sudden all the fat and calories come out of food, or junk food is now healthy. That's, of course, not. But what she does is she gives you freedom, and she gives you principles, and she's going to talk about 4 core principles, even though she's going to give you many, many tools and strategies. And what that is going to do is it's going to let you find out what's best for you, so that you have structure, because we all need structure, we all need routine, but you're going to be able to dive into what works for you, tracking your food, yes, using the scale. For the first time in 2 years, I preached no scale. Like, I was the no scale girl. Like, if you told me you lost 5 pounds, I was like, yeah, well, how do you feel? Like, I was a non-scale victory girl, and I was very skeptical. I had to go buy a scale. I had to go buy a scale so I could tell the test group what my beginning weight was and my end weight was. She switched my mindset about the scale, which is information over judgment. Triggering what foods my body liked. When I ate them, my body would lose weight, or other foods that, even though they were healthy, they may cause inflammatory or a cortisol reaction in my body. And I could use the scale to figure that out. I do not cook. The recipes are so easy. My husband thinks, like, where did my wife go? And where did this new wife come from? Like, honest to God, if it has been absolutely so much fun. Alana is a dream. She's so relatable. On top of losing 100 pounds herself, she's a busy mom. She's giving birth in 3 weeks, and she's launching this program tomorrow. Honestly, that is the type of commitment this lady has to us, and to her customers and to her coaches. And as far as value goes, guys, she charges $300 an hour if you were in her private clinic at UCLA and getting all the same information for this low one-time price, which is absolutely incredible. I've never eaten so much food before. I can go and have something on the weekend or go on a girls' night or know without guilt or anxiety what I have to do throughout the day if I want to have a glass of wine at night, and be okay with it the next day. It has helped me combat emotional eating. It has made me really, this is the one thing, she talks about, she'll teach us about 5 different hunger, what hunger is, the 5 different types of hunger. I thought it was just one. I want to eat all the time. Give me the food. And she broke it down. And when she broke it down into the 5, and then identify them, what to do, how to go about it, and what your next step is. That you can take forward I can do another video with
Okay. I took it off of Wi-Fi because obviously something's blocking me here.
right.
So I took it off of Wi-Fi, which is not ideal, but I'm able to record, and I'm recording this now. So we'll pick up where we left off.
Sounds good. I'm just talking about that, how important the tracker is right now, and how normally I'm not an organized person, and the thought of having to write down my food makes my skin itch because it just seems like too much to do. But this tracker is awesome. And I just did it at night. Like, I'm not the type
Okay.
right?
So I thought we weren't tracking. Like, that's the big thing. No tracking, no counting, no this, that, and the other thing. And now the more I read about it, I'm like, there's this tracker. So
It's a journal.
it's a journal. Okay.
Yeah, it's a journal. It even tracks, like, well, especially your water. Water is a huge thing. And it even tracks how many times a day you poop, how many hours a night you sleep. And, you know, like, have you gone through a stressful day? Did you get in a fight with your husband? Are your kids driving you crazy? Was there an incident at work? Because these are all things that we need to realize when we go back and see how our week went and say, was this week a good week towards my goal with weight loss, or was this not a good week? And then we can assess the things that actually matter. We can assess that there was stress. We can assess that, you know, you didn't get a lot of sleep. You can assess that your water wasn't where you wanted it to be. And then you can acknowledge that, make changes, and go forward into the next week.
Mm-hmm.
So it really is about wellness in every aspect, not just physical wellness, but, you know, emotional wellness, and having a good relationship and connection with your body and your mind.
Yeah.
And I think that's where you hear people who are in the test group like me feel like it was so life-changing.
Mm-hmm.
That's that element of it, where people really have to experience it.
And that's why it's titled Mindset, right? I mean, she really tackles the mind more than the food in a way. Like, I know she gives us principles, and, you know, I've heard a little bit about her Plate It system. You know, these are things I've heard through the grapevine. Obviously, I wasn't part of the group, and I know you can't disclose everything until it launches tomorrow, but I know she'll give us some tools to definitely work through it. But I think what we really need to work through most is our mind, right?
Absolutely, Jennifer. And that is the thing, the combination of this, the structure that's easy because it's not earth shattering. It's just, oh, okay, I didn't know that I'll make that tweak or that tweak, and it will easily, you know, work into my routine with the principles of the mindset of the 26 fundamental videos that are very quick. People are like, quick. Oh, 26 videos. I'm like, oh my God, if you're anything like me, you could blow through season 1 of whatever, Kalmita's diet or whatever. Shameless. I can like blow through a season of that in like a weekend. So you'll definitely, you'll have to slow yourself down. A lot of people I find are concerned about 41 videos. Well, 26 of those are that program. 14 of those are the recipes. They're all very short, except for the one that she brings you right through the grocery store. You're going to actually want to and have to slow yourself down from watching them, because you're going to be like wanting to learn and excited to learn, right?
So essentially, how long is this program then? Forever. Okay. So for like a group per se, like I know I'm going to be in her coach test group, and anybody in my group can be part of that. Or you can wait and be part of the group I run myself. But how long are these groups then running for? Like, what do you think as far as like?
Personally, I'm going to plan on running mine at least seasonally. Depending on, like, it's kind of like my 80-day obsession group. We just kind of rolled new people in and continued with, you know, round 2. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with round 3. I'll assess that in 80 days sort of thing.
Yeah.
So my thing is, I'm at least going to do 3 months at a time, and constantly have an influx of new people joining on whatever their day 1 is going to be, right? Because it is one of those things that there's no real end date to it, but every once in a while a group needs a refresh or a rebrand.
Right? Yeah, I'm just thinking, I'm sure people will be wondering, you know, since I've run so many groups and they have their 60 days, 80 days, like how long does it take for them to get through these concepts, you know, and start really incorporating it and be able to handle this on their own?
That's the thing. So that's going to be their individual. That's going to be their To Be Mindset experience. Yeah. That's going to be individual. It's almost like, I mean, I don't want to say it's therapy, even though I've called her my therapist. And trust me, I stalk her. She's like, I'm sure she has warning signs out on me. But I mean, it would almost be like someone, you know, going to a therapist and saying, well, how long until I have overcome whatever my issues are? Do you know what I mean? So it would be as individual as a case-to-case basis. Like I said, I'm still a work in progress. But I had a huge victory over the weekend where, I mean, I had to take result pictures again, and those are the ones that you shared. And it was my wedding anniversary, and my husband's been asking me to go to this local donut shop for so long. And I said, okay, well, I took my pictures this morning and it's Sunday, and like, yeah, we can do that. So I knew how to change my breakfast and still had a really healthy breakfast. Did my exercise, which is totally optional. And I say to people, I'm an exerciser because I have to, or I would not have people in my life, relationships in my life. I would be a hermit or have to be a hermit. I do it for mental health. And I went and we got these donuts, and we got 3 because we knew that if we got a half a dozen, even though it was cheaper, that was not where we would want to be. And so we got 3 to split between the 2 of us. And I took a bite of one of my halves, and I said, that was delicious, but not my favorite. And I gave the rest to him. He was very happy. And I did that with the second piece. And then the third piece, I said, oh, I really enjoyed this flavor of this one. And I took my time and I cut it up and I ate it and I enjoyed it. And if you would have seen me 3 months ago, I would have gotten the 6 and I would have eaten 3 myself.
Yeah.
And said, oh, it's a cheat. And written the rest of the day off, and then probably would have gotten a bottle of wine, and probably, do you know what I mean? And then said, tomorrow's Monday, I'll start Monday again, And woke up in the morning and felt terrible and wondered why I had a headache and all these sort of stuff. That was the old me, even though I was still on track and all that sort of stuff. But that mind shift where I was like, I didn't think of it as a cheat. I just thought of it as an event with my husband. That was a treat that I mindfully enjoyed and made like a decision of what I wanted to enjoy, and with no guilt or anxiety.
Yeah. Because again, since I've been doing Beachbody for so long, and you too, like when I finished 80 Day Obsession, I went right to Mexico. So I was like, give me all the desserts. I haven't drank in like 7 months. That's like totally the wrong mindset to have. And I do that after every program. After every program, I'm like, I'm going to have the stuff I wanted the entire program. I'm going to have it now. And I'm going to ruin my results. And then I got to figure out quickly what next program to do.
Yep, that's exactly. The first time I didn't do that.
Yeah,
I was exact same.
And I think everybody that hasn't been with me, like I have a lot of new people in the group that haven't been in one of my challenge groups, but for sure have tried many a diets. And when you finish the diet or you see a little bit results, you ruin it. You just go back to like old habits so fast. And I'm not judging because I'm in the same boat, you know, but that's why I think I'm so interested into learn how, you know, what this is all about because of that.
Yeah. And the other thing I really do want to mention is that you have to just go into it and decide that you're going to give it at least 90 days, if not more, and that you're going to follow it and trust and believe, because I did. But I was like, Alana kept saying in month 2 and month 3, you're going to see more and increasing weight loss. And I was like, well, how is that? Really? That's the total opposite of anything I've ever done before. Because it's like, okay, you change something, your body's in shock, it loses the most weight, like first 2 weeks, then you plateau. And I was like, how is that going to work? And I kept saying to myself, trust and believe, especially because I was like, I'm tracking here and they're plateauing a little bit and so on and so forth. And then all of a sudden, and she said, you have to trust me. I have tested this on literally thousands of people, and month 2 and month 3, you're going to see more weight loss than month 1.
Okay.
And month 4 and month 5 and month 6 and month 7. And the thing is your body gets it, your mind gets it, and your body and your mind get it together. Finally, you start identifying the foods that are going to give you those more weight loss days, and all of a sudden you're going to find yourself naturally repeating those without thinking about it.
Yeah.
Right. And the process works. So it's one of those things that you just have to it's a compound effect.
Yep.
And it was true because I started February the 2nd technically, and I went on I had 3 vacations: a girls' weekend, a family vacation for a week, and a trip to Mexico all inclusive. Yeah. And I still lost 5 pounds between the beginning of vacation number 1 and the end of vacation number 5. That would be something that would normally take me, I don't know, 6 months to lose 5 pounds with my hormones. Like, honestly, like it just would never happen. Right.
Yeah.
It was life-changing and I still went with my niece, and instead of having they were like, you have to come to the market. We have this amazing ice cream. I said, I'm not even an ice cream fan. Like, I'm a cake girl. And they're like, no, you have to try this ice cream. Fine, I'll go and I'll try the ice cream. It was okay. Anyways, it wasn't as good as they said it was. But I had a kitty cone. I've never had a kitty cone in my life. I never had a kitty cone in my life. I'm trying to figure out how many scoops I want them to show me so I can make sure there's enough for me. Like, I want the 3 scoop with the sauce. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I had the kitty cone. I savored it. She offered me a chocolate. I had one of her chocolates. I said no to the other 2 she offered me, and thanked her for sharing. Like, I didn't say to myself, oh, I can't have that, I'm on a program.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
I did go to a family event, and I said, I really would love a beer. And my brother went and picked up a 6-pack of beer, and I had 2 Michelob Ultra, and I just did what I ate. I skipped the rice. I had lots more veggies. I had some amazing chicken and all the other beautiful olives and everything that were there, and I enjoyed 2 beer, and I came home and I lost weight. Like, normally that wouldn't happen. But it's the mindset shift, and you guys will learn that. Like, it's wait until you know, like, see the videos and get into it. It'll make so much more sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I obviously, I think a lot of us have always heard moderation and, you know, keeping balance and the 80-20 rule. There's always been that stuff out there. It's just a matter of practicing it for a long, consistent time.
Yeah. And flexing that brain muscle.
Yeah. And I'm excited for people who, you know, just they can't start with exercise. They just can't for whatever reason. You know, because I've had so many people just not, you know, work with me because they're not ready to exercise. They're not ready to get into it. Any program that they just can't wrap their head around it, but they need to start somewhere. I think this is a great place to start.
It's actually hitting the biggest issue that we have in North America, which is nutrition. And you know, even people who do like to exercise, but who are injured.
Yeah.
And don't know what to do and don't want to end up, you know, recovering from an injury, 20, 30, 40 pounds heavier. So you're absolutely right, Jennifer. And the other really scary statistic, I was on a call yesterday with our CEO, Carl Deichler. He said, 3 out of 4 North Americans over 40 are either pre-diabetic and don't know it or type 2 diabetic. Like, that's 75%.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, that's nutrition. That's something that can be fixed with nutrition and reversed with nutrition. So, and I remember being 230 pounds when I started my journey. I was not excited about jumping up and down. That's why I loved Beachbody, because I could do it at home where nobody saw my size 23 bum. I didn't want them to see me doing Turbo Jam. I wanted to do it and let my spirit free and work on myself and all that sort of stuff. And, you know, that will come down the line as people become more comfortable and their confidence grows and everything else. It's just going to be life altering for so many people.
Yeah.
It makes me really emotional. Yeah.
Well, I'm so happy for you.
I'm so happy for you though. You get it tomorrow.
I know. I'm excited. And I hope this does change. I know it will change a lot of people's lives. And I'm excited for that. Yeah. So thank you for being on the call. I'm going to let you run because it's 12. So
absolutely. And listen, if there's anything that didn't get recorded, just let me know and I can do a little clip for you and send it to you.
Okay. Thank you. Because I know a good chunk in the middle. I can't remember what. But thank you so much, Danielle.
It's an honor. Thank
you, Danielle.
Bye. You're very welcome, guys. Have a great day.
Okay. Take care.